I get a lot of questions from beginning artists asking for advice on how to get better. While this can be a very complex topic, I thought I'd make a video offering some tips on the subject. So here are 4 tips on how to get better at drawing. Number 1, chunk it down. If you're a beginning artist, it can be easy to get overwhelmed by all the theories and concepts you have to learn. One of the best learning tools for preventing overwhelm is called chunking it down. And the idea is that whenever you encounter a task that's too difficult, you break it down into smaller and subsequently easier chunks and tackle them one at a time. For example, suppose you were having trouble drawing the head. Instead of trying to draw a complete head, you could practice breaking the head down into simple geometric forms. Then you could try drawing it from different angles. Then you can practice adding in simple features. And after that, you can isolate each features and practice drawing them in details, until finally you can weave all these components together. And of course, if you struggle with any of these steps, you can break it down into even smaller chunks. For example, if you have a hard time drawing the simple shapes of the head, you could just practice drawing circles until you get good at that. If you chunk things down enough, any task, no matter how difficult, will become doable and you'll never have to feel overwhelmed. Number 2, don't give up on a drawing too soon. When working on a drawing, we have a tendency to constantly evaluate and be critical of it. While a certain amount of this is healthy because it can help us to catch mistakes and fix them, most of us tend to be too critical of our works. I can't tell you how many times I've set out to draw something and 5 minutes into the project, I'm thinking to myself, this is crap, it doesn't look like anything I'm trying to draw. I guess I just can't draw cars or animals or whatever. And I would want to just throw away my unfinished drawing and move on to something else. But what I discovered was that if I just stuck it through with the drawing, fix a few mistakes, add in some details, throw in some shading, I'm almost always surprised at how good it ended up looking. My point here is that a drawing isn't something that's either great or garbage. It's a work in progress. It needs refining and polishing. Just because a drawing started out bad doesn't mean that it can't be great. Stick it through with your drawing because your worst failure might turn out to be your greatest masterpiece. Number 3, focus on the lay-in. There are 2 stages to any drawing, the lay-in stage and the shading stage. If you're a beginner and want to get good very quickly, I recommend focusing about 70% of your practice time on drawing the lay-in and about 30% on detailed shading. While shading is an essential skill and should not be ignored, it can be very time-consuming. And as a beginner, you can get in a lot more practice by focusing on the lay-in. Drawing the lay-in also trains many important skills like pencil control, hand-eye coordination, and judging angles and proportions, where shading involves a lot of repetitive works. This is particularly true in portraits and figure drawing, where accurate line work is very important in capturing the likeness and gesture of your subject. If you do shade, try to use simple cross-hatching rather than really detailed rendering. This will give you the realistic effect in a fraction of the time. Again, I'm not saying that shading is bad. You'll definitely have long, detailed projects, either for a portfolio or for a personal archive, where you will do detailed rendering and make your drawing look very good, but most of your practice time should be devoted to drawing the lay-in. Number 4, draw what you love. Most of us got into art education because we have a love for drawing. But in the midst of learning all the theories and concepts, it can be easy to lose track of what we love about art in the first place and lose our motivation to practice. That's why it's important to keep feeding your passion by doing projects that you enjoy. Don't listen to people who tell you that you have to draw this or that or you're not a real artist. I know that on this channel, I tend to talk a lot about realistic drawing styles. But if you enjoy manga or cartoon, by all means, draw in that style. For myself, I really enjoy comic books and fantasy arts. So even though I still do the more academic drawings like skulls and muscles to further my learning, I also make sure to do the really fun drawings that I enjoy. If you're drawing what you enjoy, it won't feel like work at all and you'll progress so much faster because you're getting so much practice in. And in the end, the skills that you develop will be transferable to other areas. For this week's giveaway, the prize will be a $20 gift card donated by our friends at Cheap Joe's Art Stuff. I've been getting all my art supply from there and I really enjoy their product. To win, all you have to do is click on that link right there to go to the Facebook post for this lesson. Then simply share and like the post to enter. A winner will be randomly selected on this date, so make sure you get your submission in before then. I hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, I release a new video every Friday, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. Thank you so much again for watching, and until next time, happy drawing!